Right, good day and welcome. Welcome back to Maths and Physics with Mr. Simons. In today's lesson on functions, we're looking at parabola and straight line. We're doing a real past exam paper so that we ensure that you are exam ready and we simplify maths for you. Alright, so here we're looking at variation 3 of 4. Take note there is a fifth surprise variation, but I'm just looking here at 3 of 4. So in this variation, we'll give you a graph with the turning point on the graph, but there's 1 point short on the graph to find the equation of parabola. So to get that point, we have to use the equation of the straight line given with the point of intersection where the two meet. Right? So let's look at the question. Questions come from June 2019. So 5.2, sketch below are the graphs of k of x equal ax squared plus bx plus c, and h of x equal minus 2x plus 4. So the parabola there is k of x, and there that straight line there is h of x. Graph k has a turning point of minus 1 and 18, so at that point is a turning point. S they say is the x-intercept of h and k, and graph h and k also intersects at t. Right? So 5.2.1, can you calculate the coordinates of S? So can you find the x-intercept given an equation? Determine the equation of k of x in the form y equal a, x minus p squared plus q. Alright, for 3 marks. Then, given to you as a quadratic formula, if k of x equal minus 2x squared minus 4x plus 16. So if we multiply this out, this is what we get. Determine the coordinates of t. So there we're going to test point of intersection, which is a very common question for grade 11 exams, not always in grade 12, but yeah, that is because it's 5 to 6 marks. So sometimes we have even more complex questions we want to catch you out with. 5.2.4, determine the values of x for which k of x is less than h of x. So remember, h of x is here by the bigger part of the inequality sign. So h of x is greater than k of x. H of x is pointing to the smaller item. Right, so attempt these questions, see what you can answer, see what errors you make. So once you know what mistakes you make, you can work on correcting your mistakes and getting more and more marks in exam. Right, so let's go to the first problem. Sketch below are the graphs of k of x equal ax squared plus bx plus c, and h of x equal minus 2x plus 4. S is the x-intercept of h and k, so x-intercept. So to get x-intercept, you should know we always make y equal to 0. Right, so if y is 0 there, so 0 equal minus 2x plus 4. Take minus 2x over, it becomes positive 2x equal 4. Always divide by the coefficient of the variable, in this case x. So 2x divided by 2 gives me x. 4 divided by 2 would give me 2. So coordinates of S, 2 and 0. So 1 for substituting in 0, 1 for the answer. So that is how you would get that 2 marks. Right? Determine the equation of k of x in the form y equal a, x minus p squared plus q for 3 marks. So remember, P and Q is the turning point of the parabola. Turning point given, minus 1 and 18. So minus 1 would become positive 1. 18 stays as it appears. Right, so in theory, what we are saying is, if I put minus 1 in the place of x, then P needs to be the additive inverse of that, so that when we add the 2, minus 1 plus 1, it should give me 0. So therefore P always changes sign. So if there negative 1, as I've given it to you, should give you positive 1. Right, so they even try to help you further. Now we have the coordinates of S, 2 and 0. You see we still have A as an unknown. So to find that, we have to substitute the other point given, which is S. So according to this, my X value is 2 and my Y value is 0. 2 plus 1 would give me 3. 3 squared would give me 9a. If I take positive 18 over, it becomes negative 18. Then we always divide with the coefficient in front of the variable, in this case a. So 9a divided by 9 gives me 1a, minus 18 divided by 9 gives me negative 2. So the a value there is negative 2. So my equation reads k of x equal negative 2, x plus 1 whole squared plus 18. Right? So I hope you get used to and you practice. This is one of the questions we will test if we give you a turning point. So make sure you know it. God willingly, it will stay in your head. But yeah, you have to put in the hard work. God says He will reward your hard work. God is not a liar, so continue working hard. 5.2.3, if kx now, they've multiplied it out, equal minus 2x squared minus 4x plus 16, determine the coordinates of t. So say this is a very common exam question. Whenever we give you two graphs, we will test, generally, can you find the point of intersection? Right, we even test this under paper 2 trig functions, where we give you a sine and a cos graph, and we want the point of intersection, which is via general solution. So yeah, to get the point of intersection, you see t falls on the blue graph, which is k of x, and t falls on the green graph, which is h of x. So therefore, in short, k of x equal h of x. K of x minus 2x minus 4x plus 16 equal h of x, which is minus 2x plus 4. Right, if we simplify and I take minus 2x squared over, it becomes plus 2x squared. Minus 4x comes over, becomes plus 4x minus 2x, gives me 2x. If I take 16 over, minus 16 plus 4 would give me negative 12. We can divide by a value that goes in all of them there, in this case 2. So 2 divided by 2 gives me 1x squared. 2x divided by 2 gives me x, and minus 12 divided by 2 would give me negative 6. To factorize, x squared can only be x times x. Factors of 6 that add up to 1. So first, 3 times negative 2 gives me negative 6, but 3 minus 2 gives me positive 1x. So therefore, x equal minus 3. Remember, plus 3 goes over and becomes negative 3. And here, negative 2 goes across the equal sign and becomes positive 2. If we look at the graph, positive 2 is the coordinates of s. Therefore, t will be minus 3. So to get the y value, I can substitute minus 3 in any one of these two equations. We always go into the shorter equation. That just makes sure we make less errors. So minus 2 times minus 3 plus 4, negative 3 times negative 2 gives me positive 6. 6 plus 4 would then give me 10. So coordinates of t is minus 3 and 10. Right, and let's go to the last question. Determine the values of x for which k of x is less than h of x. So we want to know where's h of x bigger than k of x. Right now, because we have two graphs, we'll always be able to divide it into three parts. So you see here at t, there's a point of intersection. So I've drawn a line there, and I know the x value of t was minus 3. So that point is minus 3. Here at s, where the two graphs meet, it's the other point 2. All right. So now we have to look at these three parts and see what happens. That is where we can see. So the green graph is going up while the blue graph is going down. So the green graph is on top of the blue graph. Therefore, green graph is greater than the blue graph. So h of x greater than k of x. For this point here of minus 3 going to the left. If we come for this middle section there, you can see there's h of x. But the blue graph is above the green graph, therefore blue graph greater than green graph. So kx greater than h of x. We go after the red graph, right? Then you see there the green graph is on top and the blue graph is the bottom. So the green graph is greater than the blue graph. So h of x greater than k of x. Right? So h of x greater than k of x is to the left and to the right, but not in the middle. So therefore my answer, x less than negative 3, the equality sign pointing in the direction I'm moving to the left, or it's not part of the middle, x greater than 2, meaning it's going in the right. You see in my equality sign points in the direction we're going. So there's my answer. Right, I hope this helps you a lot, God willingly, and I wish you nothing but the best. God bless. Bye.